Week 6.
Week 6.
Week 6 of the Audition AI newsletter. For transparency, no one has unsubscribed, which is good.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and
I unsubscribe to things all the time.
Yes, and we've grown by a few members each and every week.
Wonderful.
So I mean, like, we must be doing something right.
Thanks,
even though it's lo-fi. Yeah, so thank you. Providing value. So this week, it's all about AI agents. And I think I can say firsthand there's a lot of confusion on what an agent is, what AI is, how people are using AI.
Yeah.
Co-pilots, persona agents. There's so many buzzwords. So I think one thing we've been doing like 30-minute videos, let's keep this to 10.
Okay.
I'm going to hand it over to you.
Okay.
And your daughter made this beautiful diagram that takes us through a journey.
She has magnificent handwriting.
It's incredible.
I don't understand where she got this from.
I've never seen anything quite like that.
I could have done it. Beautiful. You showed her your scratch about what you wanted it to look like, and she made this perfect thing.
And she made this.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, without further ado, AI agents. What are they? Where is AI going? How does Audition AI fit into all of this? And I'm going to hand it to the smartest man in the room, Ben. So, yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The most important thing is, I think there's a lot of, you've heard the term imposter syndrome?
Yeah.
Where people walk into a room full of smart people and they don't know what they don't know, and they're afraid that they're representing that they know more, that their level of experience.
Yeah.
We are all, I mean, in this room, I have the most experience doing AI stuff.
Yeah.
But we're 3 years in.
Yeah.
There is not enough time has not gone by to establish what the lexicon of information, like the words that we use for everything. What an agent is today.
Yeah.
Is very different from what an agent was 3 years ago. And the term, it's simplifying, which is good. We're sort of starting to see this normalcy. We talked in a previous episode about model context protocol.
Yeah.
But these are things that we're all doing anyway. We're starting to put names on things, and we're starting to agree as a community what they are.
Things are taking shape.
Things are taking shape, and the words that we use are becoming more specific and agreed upon, so there's less confusion when we talk.
Yeah.
I think agents, there's still a lot of mystery, not because I think people that are involved in it know what agents can do, what can AI accomplish, but there's the people that make the models, the people that train the fundamental core thing, the brain that is the AI, and there's not a shortage of that right now.
Yeah.
There are thousands, tens of thousands of models. And the big players are doing a good job into making those more and more capable.
Yeah.
Burning a city's worth of power every day
Yeah.
to make the next version of, GPT or Llama or whatever it is. But what's happening right now is an entire industry, an entire career around using models plus context, documents and data and all of those things, and capability, like send an email, write a record to a database, create a file, save it somewhere. So those things together, I qualify that as an agent. So an agent is a combination of an AI model that's been given instructions and an identity and said, this is what your job, your purpose in life is, plus some capabilities that you give it. It can read from a file, or write to a database, or search the web, or whatever it happens to be. And then what we're really learning, I think more than anything, is that you can have consistent, high quality outcomes as long as you scope the problem down small enough. So the biggest problems that people have is they get really excited because they've solved something small, and then they want to solve something big. And they think the answer to that is a longer prompt or something like that. But the reality is the best outcomes happen the most consistently good outcomes happen, because you can get good outcomes with the big prompts. The most consistently quality outcomes happen when you have something small, when you try to solve a small thing. So this concept is happening of swarms of agents, or teams of agents if you prefer.
Yeah.
So not just one persona that you give one thing to do, or one persona that you give a lot of things to do, but take a bunch of smaller personas, a bunch of smaller agents, and have them work together to accomplish something, because each of them can do a good job at their small little task that they've been given.
Got it. Like a colony of ants.
Like a colony of ants.
Everyone's doing that. Can we take a step back?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, I agree. Everyone's at the beginning of their AI journey. Yep. But when you zoom in a little bit, there's people that have just started using ChatGPT 3 months ago.
That's fair.
And there's also people like you that have really been doing AI for like a decade. And developers and MCP and all that stuff.
Yep.
So I think that's where there's a lot of confusion with AI. And I think what we got on the board here is where people are at in their AI journey, like what they're using AI for. And the way you described it to me earlier when we were trying to come up with this idea, I had this epiphany of like, now I understand an AI agent so much more, seeing it positioned in the journey.
Yep.
Could you walk us through that?
Sure. Why don't you give me your rundown? Like, how did I describe it to you that sort of made it make sense to you?
Well, the way you described it to me is almost like an organization, like a workplace hierarchy. Like everyone's got a boss.
Sure.
And then that boss delegates tasks to different members of the team.
Yep.
And the team goes and does something.
Yeah.
And then they go back to the boss to get approval, essentially. I mean, that's basically what you said in so many words of this idea, this concept of agents.
Sure.
Yeah.
When you said colony of ants, my first thought was, or like an office full of people.
Yeah.
You have executive management and middle management, and then you have people that are like office workers, receptionists, assistants, that sort of thing. Think of the individual agents. What we've learned how to do well is one small thing. Somebody that has an agent is ideally an AI that's been given a small task to do that it knows how to do really, really well. There could be an analyst agent or an execution agent or a compliance agent, and it knows a lot of things. It has access to a lot of information, but within a very small area. It's been given a very specific purpose to accomplish. And I think what we're learning about agentic AI, the most successful agentic AI, is when you have groups of these agents working together, but then you design a boss agent or an orchestrator agent that either selects or is given a group of these teammates to accomplish something.
Yeah.
And generally the way that works, it's surprising to people when you start talking about how it works on the back end, but it's literally called a group chat. So the boss agent can say, the user has given us a job to do. We have a spreadsheet that has a list of portfolio holdings, and we need to see if anybody has filed a new 10K on Edgar, and then update another spreadsheet. So the boss agent understands the task, and it knows that it has a few worker agents available to it, one that can go do research on Edgar, and another one that has access to the spreadsheets, and another one that can write something in OneDrive. But the boss coordinates that, and if you look, the AI are actually chatting with each other. Like people chat with each other in Teams or Slack or whatever.
Yeah.
The AI are talking to each other and saying, I've gone onto the Edgar website, and I see that there's no AI filing for this company, but there should be because the filing date is passed. And then it says, oh, wait, I just discovered they filed an extension. So the AI are actually having a conversation with each other.
Without your involvement.
Without the human being involved.
Interesting.
On the back end.
So where most people are today, I would say most people are using like ChatGPT, and they're having a conversation with it.
Yeah.
They're summarizing emails. Maybe they took it a step further and enabled a connector, connected their Gmail, mailbox, or Outlook, or something like that.
Sure.
But that's pretty much what they're using it for.
Yeah.
Where everyone should be is this concept of co-pilots.
Indeed.
It's almost like ChatGPT, but like a little more refined. And this is really what Audition AI is.
This is where Audition AI is today for most people.
Like you make persona agents.
Yeah.
So, like the email example, like I made an agent. I connected my mailbox, but then I fine-tuned it. I adjusted the temperature.
Yeah.
I made a system prompt saying like, don't use emojis, and explain things at a 3rd grade reading level. Like I gave it some instruction.
Yep.
You know, I enabled a connector, obviously. And I did those things, and I still chat with it just like you would ChatGPT, but because it's been fine-tuned, I'm getting like very consistent, exact results.
So you've made an agent.
I made a singular agent by doing that.
And you can pick that when you're about to begin something.
Okay. And that's exactly what like our current customers are using Audition AI for.
Most of our current customers, I think that's the level that they're at.
And what you're talking about, describing Edgar and the assistant and the drafting, this is this concept of agents, plural, agents.
I think that for most customers right now, they have individual agents, individuals' personas. One of them might be Edgar.
Yeah.
One of them might be, I don't know, an email sort of management agent. And the human is the boss.
The human is the boss, but you're only talking to one agent. Like you're
talking to one agent at a time.
Just the boss agent saying, like, this is my outcome, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And then he says, got it. And this AI starts talking to all these other AIs.
Yeah. Yes.
Saying, I got this project, go do it.
Yeah.
I got a much better understanding of AI agents.
Yeah.
And you're saying this is coming with Audition AI?
Yeah. I mean, we've had it in our R&D department or our QA department for some time now.
Yeah.
And it's a week, 2 weeks away for allowing customers to start actually playing with that. This is distinct from our full enterprise orchestration platform. I'm talking about in regular Audition AI, allowing a regular user to build a boss agent that uses other agents to get more done.
Could someone like myself build it?
That's the part we're working on now. Building it is simple, but the concepts are a little bit complicated, and we're trying to refine that down into something that is intuitive and can be pretty quickly put together. So that's where we're at right now. I like the version that we have. It's very powerful. It just needs to be a little bit, the UI, the UX, the way that we present it to you, it needs to be a little bit more intuitive for you to put together your agents and your boss agent.
Yep.
Because everything about Audition, unlike some other platforms, is about you building your own secret sauce AI. We'll help you do it, but we want it to be very personal. We want it to be something that you built. We don't want to just give you the agents. We want you to create your own purpose-built agents and collections of agents, and we need to give you an interface that is intuitive to you for accomplishing that. We're very, very close on that.
Nice. This is great.
Yeah, very exciting.
Do you get it, Megs?
I think so.
It took me a few explanations to have it click.
Yeah. And the really great thing about this is if we do this exact same, whatever this podcast in 3 months, it'll probably be entirely different. That's how quickly it's all moving.
Entirely different. I can see the power, even with the individual agents, like you could assign different models for different things with each agent.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
Since the beginning, I use agents heavily. And our first podcast, you asked me to create a blog entry for our website to talk about it. The first one took me an hour. Mm-hmm. You wrote it. All I did was turn it into a web page.
Yeah.
And the second one took me 30 minutes. And the third one took me 15 minutes. The one that you provided for me Sunday, I did in 40 seconds.
Wow.
Like that's where, and each time I asked the agent to write an improvement prompt for itself based on the changes so I now have an agent that fully posts this to the website. And I took the stab this time of letting it post it without me checking it before it posted it. Like it fully posted it.
And
About 30 seconds of my work.
Yeah.
It was really, really impressive.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think that's about 10 minutes, probably a few minutes over. But
Sure.
Hopefully this was as beneficial to you as it was for me at the concept of agents, demystifying agents. So again, if you want to learn more, auditionai.com. That's audition-ai.com. See you guys next week.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.